Hey, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Jasa.
And welcome to Real Talk.
Hey guys, welcome back to part 4 of our self-confidence mini-series.
It's almost over for this little bit, but
Yeah.
we'll definitely keep continuing on. But
This topic is on social media, and we're really excited about how this goes with our other episodes. But the quote is, "An illusion of perfection based on our perception. We are envious of things, relationships, and lifestyles that don't even exist."
so I'm going to break down that first little part you said, an illusion of perfection based on our perception. So it's a little bit like a rap to me. But an illusion of perfection. So basically like, perfection is not what it seems. You know what I mean? Like we look on social media. Yeah. So the perfection that we're seeing is an illusion. It's not real. So an illusion of perfection based on our perception. So we basically see this Instagram model or something being perfect in our eyes, our perception of it. But in reality, it's an illusion, if that makes sense. So do you want to read it one more time just with the...
An illusion of perfection based on our perception. We are envious of things, relationships, and lifestyles that don't even exist.
So yeah,
It's like us deciding that it's perfection.
Yeah.
Like, it may be perfection because it's what we want to look like or what we see as perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think people don't realize there's Facetune and
yeah, exactly.
editing.
It's like, not really that real.
I bet you $100, 75% of the stuff on there is not real.
Yeah.
At all. Like, sure, it might be a real model, but she might not really look like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't take into account that enough. Like that could be fake. That's not actually what she looks like. Or it's not actually how she lives her life,
Yeah.
But, and I feel like that, like when we perceive it to be perfect, it kills us a little bit because then that makes us feel imperfect.
Exactly. And then, I mean, I don't really know what I was going to say, but like tying it in kind of, that kind of goes with expectations because like then that turns into an expectation of what you want when you see that and it just eggs it on.
Yeah. And so basically it was kind of cool because we noticed that all of our last episodes that we've done, expectation, comparison, and relationship status, they all kind of, like social media kind of contributes to all of those. And it's kind of cool. We didn't plan it out, but we're pretty
it's
cool.
pretty awesome.
So like we're just going to break down each one of those. So comparison, our first episode in the series, was simply about that. Comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
And how that's not the case. It can be an and mentality.
Yeah.
But I think that starts on social media because we compare ourselves to these unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
And that makes us feel like unworthy.
Yeah. I think I personally, I already struggle with comparison enough that if I added Instagram to me,
like to
then
your
it's
life,
then I just know that it'd be made a lot worse.
Oh no, and I've seen some of my friends like totally affected by it in a horrible way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't have social media, and neither do Jasa. But I don't know. I don't want to sit here and tell you don't get social media or delete it if you have it. Because I've never had it, so I don't feel like I'm in the position to say, oh, it's unhealthy or it's toxic or whatever. But from what I've seen in the personal stories that I've witnessed my friends go through, there's not an ounce of me that actually wants it. Because I just feel like it only would cause negative. Even if I followed the right people or, managed it well or whatever, I feel like I would, on my bad days, I would just give into it and spiral.
I would say there's ounces of me that like I want it, and for not that I want it, but like in certain moments I'm like I really want this because it would like open me up to more people and like help me maybe know more people or more people know me and like in that way. Or also it just kind of gets to you when you're like the only one. Like, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's nice though that we are together and not having it.
No, me and Jace have been like tag team this whole thing. We were the last ones of our grade to get phones. We were the last ones. Like, we've been.
Yeah, I remember you got a phone and I was like,
you traitor! Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah. But
no, we've been very like together with the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, like, it does get to me, and I'm like, I want Snapchat, I want Instagram, but then I really think about it, and it's like, if I had Instagram, say, then I would feel the need to post, and I would feel the need for what I'm posting to see, like, to
attractive or be cute,
and then it's like, oh well, if people or boys are like commenting, like, I don't know, like, I would feel, and also if there's somebody commenting on your post that you have like mass edited and like that's not exactly you, and people are commenting on how beautiful you look, then it's like the fake me looks beautiful, you know? And so it's like, well, I mean, if I want those comments, but if I want to be real, then I would post something real, and then if I still got those, then it would be nice, because it's like, okay, they actually like me for me.
Yeah. No, and I think tying it in with relationship status, that's a lot of things you see is pretty girls with pretty boyfriends. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's always, ooh, they get a lot of likes, or even the pretty girl, she gets noticed by a lot of guys in her comments or her DMs or whatever. And of course that's like, oh, well, I want that, you know, I want to be complimented by a boy, you know, totally get that. But it's just, I don't know, like you said, people will change themselves, you know, to impress guys that they don't even know. Yeah. You know, and it's kind of like, to me, this is simply my opinion. I don't want to, like, you know, try to push this on anybody. But for me, I don't want, like you said, you're wanting to, like, know more people and, you know, expand your people horizons, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know. I'd rather meet people in real life, or you know what I mean? And I get in this day and age, it's kind of like, ooh, everything's online. Even school this past year was all online. Yeah. Like, I get it. There's, of course, and like FaceTime, I use that all the time. But I'd rather meet people in person and not only have an online friendship with people.
Yeah, and I know that, especially on Snapchat, it's like they're not your actual friends. Like, it's more just like they know who you are more so than like you, like them having no clue who you are with you not having it.
And we were talking about this last night. We were saying, I was like, well, I don't want, like, imagine telling your kids, if you have kids or whatever. Like, if you have kids, oh my God, Mom, how did you meet Dad? Well, he asked for my Snap, and it all started with seeing half pictures of his face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say that. Yeah. That is not, no, I'm sorry. Dumb. I don't, no, I want to, like, oh, I met him in a coffee shop, and he was a barista, and he spilled coffee all over me, and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and he paid for it, and he bought me new clothes or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some cute, weird, cheesy love story. Not he asked for my Snap.
Yeah. Because really, it probably, I mean, if he has if he's asking for your Snap, then it's like he doesn't want it to be serious.
No, that's another
Because he would ask for your number if he wanted it to be serious. Kind of.
Yeah, no. But I feel like Snapchat and Instagram are very, like, insincere in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not serious.
It's like a way out of, or a way in, I guess. Like an easier way in to
It's less commitment. It's less, you know. Like, think of your parents. Could you imagine your parents just snapping each other? Hey, can you go get groceries? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, like, I don't know. I don't feel like if you want a genuine relationship, I don't feel like Snapchat's the way to go about that. Yeah. And I get there's that side that's like, oh, well, Instagram and Snapchat and social media in general is how you connect to people and how you know. Yeah. Make people know who you are. But I don't know. I'd like to have an effect that's not digital. If that makes sense.
I don't know. I just,
And I know that's a little hypocritical because we're doing the whole podcast online with YouTube and Spotify, and that it's considered social media, but it's for a good reason, you know?
Yeah, like
I'm not doing this for you to be best friends with me.
Yeah.
Or I'm not doing this to get my name known or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this to promote, like, teen motivation.
Be a voice to our generation.
Yeah. But, like, if I was trying to make friends, I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm Kaylee. I'm 15 years old, and I do this.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not Tinder. It's not Tinder. I'm not going to make a whole little biography about myself and wait for people to swipe. Whichever way. I don't know. Left, right, whatever.
Swipe right. Swipe up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like, I feel like I've just let it get to me for a while. Like, not having it. And having, I don't want the only reason to be, like, because of boys or whatever, but, like, I've been asked for, or I've been, what am I trying to say? Like, people, like, boys will ask for your Snap or Instagram or something, and then it's like, sorry, I don't have it. Yeah. And then it's like, well, like, there goes that. And, I don't know.
Well, I just kind of hate it because I don't know. This one guy came up and asked me for my Snapchat, and I was like, oh, I don't have it.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? Like, just looked at me in utter disbelief. I was like, yeah, sorry. And I was like, if you really want to know me, I have a phone number. And he was like, okay, never mind, bye. And I was like, okay, nope, he wasn't the one then. Like, it's just amazing to me how insincere guys will be. You know what I mean? Not saying he was trying to, like, do something.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
I think sometimes, like, Snapchat can be, like, unsafe because... Unsafe? Is that a word? Not safe. Whatever. Because...
No, yeah.
Like, the pictures don't get deleted. Like, you may delete them, but they're, like, still there.
No, yeah. And Instagram and everything. There's perverts. And everything... No, everything's hidden behind a screen.
Yeah.
You know? You don't know if John 02 is actually John in your class, or if it's a 73-year-old man.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. It's all covered up, and he could just find little guys on Google and say, look, here's it's so easy to fake something. It's so easy to fake anything online.
Yeah. And I think
whether it be looks, personality,
profile. That's so true. But what was I gonna say? And like Instagram, on a like different side of it, I guess. I don't know. It's like, also, if you, this is really random. I don't know why I'm saying this.
Just say it.
But in the future, like, when you're, like, you have to be cautious of what you post, because say, like you were to get a job or something, and they were to go, like, look you up, and if you're posting these, like, bad, inappropriate, or, like, completely obviously fake pictures, and it's like, okay, they're not who I want. But that's a different
and even
thing.
me and Jason realize, like, we are on social media. We are, you know, like, like, anyone can have access to our thing. Podcast, whether it be YouTube, on Spotify, or anything. So we're very cognizant of, like, the shirts we wear, or the names we say, or where we live, you know, like, personal stuff. We're very cognizant of that because, you know, like, it's, the possibilities are endless, and it's just so scary thinking about that.
Yeah.
But that's also another risk to social media is, you know.
Yeah. It just affects, like, your self-confidence in, like, literally every way. Like, no matter what platform it is, I feel like.
Every single one. Okay, here's the thing. We made this whole mini-series because we couldn't fit every aspect of self-confidence into one episode. Right? We had to make a whole series about it. Yeah. Every point that we have made so far ties into social media. Yeah. Or social media affects horribly. Comparison, probably number one.
I would say number one, yeah.
Expectations. Lifestyle is huge. Like, I'll see, like, my friends will send me pictures, and it's like, look how put together her life is. Yeah. And she's working out at 5 a.m. in the morning, and she's going to coffee, and then she gets her hair done, and then she goes and does, like, everything. And it's like, God, I wish I could do that. And she cooks her own meals, and then she cleans her house. Like, she's so productive. And, you know, half those pictures are staged.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I got coffee, like, Pinterest photo or something. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so expectations are set through the roof because, one, they're not real.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
And expectations ties to comparison.
Yeah.
Like, it's really fascinating to me, honestly, how, like, it's self-confidence summing it up, but it's like
everything's
there's
connected.
so many different subtiles of all of it, and, like,
all of them connect to each other.
It's just crazy.
No.
Like, I don't understand it because
yeah.
It's weird.
And then relationship status, that's a huge thing, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to get the...
And I think if you just follow, like, I was talking to my friend about this actually the other day, and it was like, she said I just follow people that I know, or I know for the most part that I won't be affected by as much. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, they're so beautiful, or they're like I know they're like wholesome people who aren't going to like post incredibly fake pictures. But I guess that might be like advice, like,
yeah,
follow people that will uplift you and inspire you more than damage your confidence.
No, yeah, for sure. I don't think we mean to be like, oh, delete social media immediately, like, never have it again. But I'd say if you have it, at least follow people that don't make you insecure.
Yeah.
That could be a start.
And that's the same, like, with expectations, like, follow people who have, like...
Maybe even, like, what we said in the expectations one, set realistic expectations. So, follow somebody with the same ambitions you do.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to, I don't know, let's say dance. If you want to dance for a living, follow people who inspire you.
Yeah.
And if they make you, like, but have it positive. Like, okay, I aspire to be them.
But not in, like, a comparing way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my expectation. Maybe not expectation, but that's my goal.
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
goal's the better version of an expectation.
Yeah, but set it realistic. Maybe you might not have 25,000 followers on there, but...
Yeah, and I think... I don't remember really what some expectation was, or some advice we had from relationship status was kind of like, when you're finding it in the right place, it's not gonna...
Worth.
Yeah, when you're finding your worth, in the right place, then that's more beneficial to, like, your soul and, like, you as a person. And I think how we were saying that...
The toxic water.
Yeah, but oh my gosh.
Drought. Drain out.
No, like...
Unreliable.
When you find your worth, when you found it in the right place, whenever you're confronted by the, like, hard things that may, like, diminish your worth, then your like, faith is strong in who you are because of it being strong. So I think that's kind of what we were saying in the last one, but also it relates to social media, I think.
Yeah. And you don't ever think, like, hate comments and stuff.
Yeah.
We had to have a conversation about that with starting Real Talk. Like,
yeah.
Of course there's going to be people who hate this, and of course there's going to be people who watch it and make an effort to comment horrible, mean posts about it.
Yeah.
You know, and we kind of just can't let that affect us. But I couldn't imagine being on social media and posting a picture that you felt confident in.
Yep.
And then getting destroyed on it by random people that don't know you.
Yeah. Or even if they do know you, like, that's even more hurtful because you probably don't expect it.
You know, one of my favorite quotes is, "Don't seek validation from people you wouldn't go to advice for."
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
So if people are just commenting on my thing, like, "Oh my God, she's so ugly. Her nose is weird. Her hairline's off," or whatever. But if I'm not going to go to them for advice, then I don't need their validation of me.
Yeah. Because it's really not. And it's probably just coming from a place of insecurity themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they might be insecure and, like, getting hate comments from other people, too. And so they're doing it. I don't know.
And please, God, if you have social media, don't post hate comments.
Yeah,
if you
seriously.
don't like what you're... Like, if you don't like somebody's post, swipe. Whatever you do.
Like, move on with your life.
You don't have to
make the
dislike
effort
it.
to make it worse.
You don't have to comment some horrible, mean thing, you don't have to do anything. Just leave it alone. Don't look at it. It's not hard. It's not hard, people. So if you do have social media, I encourage you to, 1, follow people who don't make you insecure. 2, follow people who you aspire to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, spread positive. Spread positivity, spread positive vibes, spread positive comments, everything. Yeah. You could even make your page a whole positive thing for people to come to, and a safe space and everything. So, and if you don't have social media and you are interested in it, maybe take in all the pros and cons of it.
Yeah.
Weigh it out, like we said in one of our old ones. The first one.
Oh my gosh, the first episode. The stuff in front of
weigh out the pros and cons. Say, is it worth it? Is it, do I seriously think this will help me?
Or is it gonna tear you down? Yeah. That's really the same advice that I have. If you, because they all tie in, if you take the advice from our other episodes having to do with those quotes and topics, then I think that would help with how it affects you with social media, because they all tie in. So it's all the same.
My personal opinion would be just stay as far away as you can, because I feel like there's already so much negativity in the world. At school, I'm constantly comparing and expecting and seeing relationship status as is. I don't need to bring that home with me on my phone that I have access to 24/7.
Yeah, and don't think this is a delete social media episode, but it's it's just our take on it, on how our lives are fine for the most part.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm really longing for something that social media could give me.
Yeah, and it's I don't know, I think maybe because we don't have it, if we did have it, or if we were to get it now, having known all this stuff, I think it would not have as great effect negatively on us. Maybe, I know there could be times where we would give into it or something, but I think having the knowledge of it going into it, or even if you're if you have had it for a while and you're listening and you're understanding what we're saying, then that might help these topics become easier, conquering these expectations that you have for yourself, and trying not to compare yourself to what you see.
And honestly, maybe the reason why we're so I don't want to jinx it,
is because we don't have social media.
We're secure in ourselves a lot more than most of the people in our grade,
and we're one of the few people that don't have it.
Have never had social media.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Because all we've had to deal with is all the, expectations, comparison,
outside of social media
at school, or outside of social media, or in public. And that is, I guess, easier to overcome than facing that with unlimited access to this personal hell, if you will.
And I'm sure it might seem hard to, you literally have whatever access to it. You open up your phone and you just click the app, and you can
see anything.
Yeah,
really.
And it's just, I don't know. I think maybe if you set screen time, and I know I've set screen time and I don't really follow it all the time. Ignore
5
limit
minutes
for today. But I don't know. Maybe if that's something that you're good with, then doing that might help you. But I don't know. I've never really thought about it like that. You literally open up your phone, click the app, and there you are. I know that's pretty straightforward, but
it's a double struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me personally, my home right now is kind of my safe space.
Yeah.
Surrounded by my family and with my friends and the people I'm comfortable with. That is my safe space. And I couldn't imagine carrying around my phone, having this, thing that just...
And you need your phone for other things. And so it's okay, I have to have it with me.
No, yeah.
But I don't want to have this with me, so...
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's kind of
I just delete it.
It's to me, it's kind of like the bad parts of the world in my hand.
It's you have the world in your hand. Your phone is the world.
Yeah, it really.
And then there's good things inside of it that you need, that you have to survive with. Yep. Ew, no. You can't not survive without your phone.
Yeah.
I'm just saying communication wise, sometimes you would need that. Yeah. But then there's hard things in the world that you have to like steer away from and try to avoid. But if you don't, then you have to handle them responsibly.
If you are very overwhelmed with social media or just in general with like self-confidence issues and you know you have very low self-esteem, I think one of the number one things you could do to help that is take out social media.
Yeah.
And honestly take it out entirely. Yeah. You know,
or at least just take a break. Like just take a break from it and see what it does.
Yeah.
Because I bet you anything there will be some benefit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, final advice. I don't think you really need social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not a necessity unless it's like a maybe business thing or something. Mm-hmm. But if you just have it because everybody else has it and it's affecting you in a way that's like hurting your mental state, then I mean do what's best for you.
But yeah, like I said, like social media is kind of like covering every other problem associated with self-confidence.
Yep.
So if you are horribly struggling, it's probably
and I think
gonna help.
There's obviously other topics having to do with social media or with self-confidence that we didn't talk about that still have to do with social media.
Yeah.
Like your features or what were some other ones you were going to do? Like happiness, like being happy with what was it? Like you're happy when you're confident type of thing. And so literally everything. It's not just comparison, expectations, relationships. It's just
No, and there's so many other things too. Yeah, that we will get to eventually, but and I hope this episode helped in some way. I don't know. I know this is going to be very controversial to some people.
Yeah.
This might be one of our episodes where we get kind of like mixed opinions on it, but I don't know. Again, it's just our personal opinions and you know, take it or leave it. It's completely up to you. But I would say for anybody watching, you don't have to listen to us, but balance out the pros and cons of having it.
Yeah.
And decide if it's true.
Because there are cons, like whether you think so or not.
But yeah, I would just say measure out the pros and cons and whether it's beneficial to you or not.
Well, that's the end of our part 4 of our self-confidence mini-series.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope this helped a little bit. I know it was a little controversial,
but we love you guys so much. Stay tuned for part 5. It's going to be so exciting. We have a special guest coming. We're not going to tell you what we're doing.
No, we won't tell you who it is or what we're doing, but it will be fun. So stay tuned for that.
Bye.